Hello and welcome to my channel The Way What Is Truth. Remember to like and subscribe and comment down below. Now this is my third attempt at doing this video, so fingers crossed. I've had phones ringing in the background which makes me deathly angry because I hate being interrupted when I'm doing videos. Anyway, it was a cold caller, twice it happened, and for some reason when I've tried to read this particular poem here, automatically, when I get to the second paragraph here, the video just cut off. Okay, I don't know why, it's really creepy. Okay, so I don't know what to say. What I'm going to do is just to let you read what's there. Okay, so take your time, please, and I hope and pray that you watch this video from start to finish because it would mean a lot to me if you did. And this is the poem, okay? So yes, I'm going to very, very slowly lift it up, and I can hope and pray that you can read this just fine. Right. Yeah, let me just see what you can see there. And yeah, let me try and keep it still. Yeah. Okay, so hopefully you can see that and you've read it. Yes. Anyway, I'm not going to attempt to read this poem, okay, because every time I do, the video literally cuts off. There might be a word or something in here that my Kindle Fire 8 is reacting to, so yeah. So I'm just, it's really creepy anyway. I'm going to leave that aside. Now, that leaves me with 5 poems to read from, and I hope and I know I keep saying I hope and pray, but I've had such bad luck with this video. You know, you don't want to know. Anyway, I hope you're all well as usual. If there's anything you want to talk about, perhaps something that's not even related to this video that you want to chat about, then feel free to do so down below and tell me if you've written any poems yourself that you would like to tell me about, and also tell me what you think to these poems as well, because it would mean a lot to me if you did. Now I'm going to read A Walk Through the Forest, okay? The trees creaking, towering above, whose leaves shimmer, dancing on the wind, the soft earth beneath one's feet, the morning dew with spider's web replete, the breeze brushing past your face, the fresh air with all its subtle tastes, the scent of wood surrounded by the birds of the air, and the odd hare, the crafty fox and wily badger be glad of. Many creatures enrich this earth. The cute field mouse may be small, but its significance be huge. Smaller still are the wasp and bumblebee for which we are so dependent. The beautiful butterflies and moths too, and the creepy crawly things that live in the dark, damp places. Just a handful of the creatures that live within the dark and shadowy forest, whose canopy offers shelter for travellers therein. We perceive little of what's around us, but what little we perceive is great, true enough. Through all the seasons, with winter being my favourite, with its stark landscapes, crunchy snow and deathly cold, each snowflake unique, its artistry on show, the glory of the Creator makes itself known, and the genius of life with its many complexities and beauty be known even further. As you journey on, the power of this earth will invigorate you and clear your mind. The graceful deer is skittish, lapping at a stream, while the crafty fox and wily badger be looking on. The wise owl, too, in its enigmatic beauty. But before you depart, be quiet and listen to the birds' song, for they're clothed in glory and all have a story. They're understood by few, perhaps you could understand a word or two. The greatness of nature and all that lie therein shall leave its mark on your soul as you wince from the daylight. Through the branches, home to egg-filled nests, your day will be made richer for having took a stroll through here. The place whose stories have long since been told, stories of the great dark forest, the great forest of old. Okay? So far so good, the video hasn't inexplicably stopped. Right, the depths of a man's soul. The thoughts of a man's mind living on the edge of the abyss, the deep and wonderful depths of one's soul, the real me lurking within. The eternal war between light and dark rages on, the sword of truth piercing the darkness, shafts of light descending down to illuminate the path ahead. The world carries on as it always has, while I walk alone holding on to truth. The old lantern I carry lights my way through the darkness. Who can truly know the depths of a man's heart? The cares of this world are over like a passing mist. Shall one dwell in the darkness or come into the light? I hear old Saint Nick call out to me and walk on fighting the good fight. To walk in this mortal curl with heavy feet is to build up stamina for life's journey. Oh, to live for centuries like the ancients, but alas, that's not our destiny. To journey on through caves, mountains and deserts with our lanterns, climbing gear and sun hats is a great path indeed. A man's soul is that of an adventurer, the indomitable spirit of man lies within. Life's a marathon, not a race, and who knows where your path may lead. I'll be waiting on top of the mountain. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying these poems so far. Now, on to my third poem, The Dark Loneliness of Winter. It's said that it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all. And here's me trying to make sense of it all. Every day I take a fall, loneliness washing over me like a waterfall. They say there's always someone worse off than you, and I'd say that's true. Have you seen the news? To compare oneself to others is folly. You are you, warts and all. Your dark shadow is yours and unique, from the lowest depths to the highest peaks. It's not a mistake to say that this world doesn't care. Ignorance and selfishness is rife in this world of strife. Your family may care, and perhaps a friend or two, but ultimately it's all down to you. If you sink or swim, you'll be on your own, whether you're homeless or sit on a throne. No one knows how we feel. The frustration and sadness are all ours to bear. The world carries on while we hold on to melancholic memories. We burn like bears with sore heads, hoping that one day we'll get our bread. I try to ignore those who live in lust. They truly fill me with disgust. And at their journey's end, will they see all our pain and agony, to have never been kissed or loved and cherished? These people are fools, while we're like doves. I walk a lonely path, fraught with shadows of my past. It's also clear for all to see, there are no excuses, just no empathy. And people wonder why my face is bare. It's because my life is winter. It's made me numb to the cold. And who knows what futures as lonely people will share and behold. Now, this poem was written before I had my first girlfriend at the age of 34. It was a 6-month relationship, and it was an experience, okay? But yeah, most of this poem that I've just read out does still apply, aside from perhaps the part which says here, to have never been kissed or loved and cherished. Perhaps that part you could take out. But anyway, it still applies. Now we're on to my poem, To Choose, To Reason, To Have Peace. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this one, and I thank you so much if you're still watching. Okay, it means a lot to me. Choose to listen more and talk less. Go with the majority opinion if it's sound. Go for a long walk or a jog. Appreciate the beauty of nature and all the critters at your feet. Notice the howling wind and feel the light breeze. And don't spend too much time in the sun. And rejoice in the Lord of hosts. Choose peace. Choose to have a bit of what you fancy. We all grow older, whatever the time of day, so enjoy your body and don't deny every urge. There's nothing wrong with a little podge as long as you avoid a lodge. Enjoy a little red wine or whatever your choice. Avoid drugs, smoke and too much drink, and you'll be here to stay. Choose peace. Choose to exercise your mind instead of too many games or TV, social media too. Instead, get out a book or two. Better still, make your favourite brew. Eat some soup or stew. Maybe have a nap or two. Notice the rain, hail or snow lapping on your window. Notice the birds outside and appreciate that too. Choose peace. Choose not to fight, argue or row, for that proves there's not one fool but two. be grateful for what you have and do try to have a good laugh, because life's serious enough as is without getting flustered. Most arguments don't cut the mustard. Enjoy the seasons as they come and go. Choose peace. Choose to live and let live, and let's celebrate our differences to a point. Respect your fellow man and their free will. Don't force your beliefs on others, but rather let your example show, like freshly fallen snow. A kind heart is favoured more than a brilliant mind. And forgive one another always, for we reap what we sow. And now on to my last poem. The Flowing River of Time. Now this is my latest poem out of the 6 that I've selected to read today. Again, that's The Flowing River of Time. Every season has its beauty, and time reveals them all, from spring to winter and all in between, the exuberance of youth and the mistakes made, to the grey hairs of winter and the crown of wisdom on one's head. Time reveals our sins, but also for good. We're up like flowers for a while, then we depart from this physical realm. Mountains, hills and structures crumble, the towns, cities and villages also. Empty talk vanishes into thin air, and desires too will go, for time does all these things. Worldly fashions, trends and vanity will perish. Going after small fry makes fools of us all. All that will remain are what's good and true. Our achievements will last so long that only righteous works remain, after the fire refines what's done and the sword of truth slays. Our worldly desires and ambitions will come to naught in the end. Look to eternity, or you may take a fall. This world's way of carrying on will show its rot. The world's wisdom changes from one century to the next, while God does not. His ways are just, for he is Lord, while we are dust. Fools put their trust in this world that will let you down, but trust the love of God if you're feeling down, for all will go up in smoke. Possessions are fleeting, the greedy look ridiculous, while the beggar looks on. God looks from on high with his heavenly host. His son paid the price, so why look morose? Time has shown our rebellious ways, but his love and patience endure forever. Nothing is hidden from his gaze. You're more loved than you know. He paid your fines in full, so why stay in the courtroom when he wants you to go? Okay, so I hope and pray that you've enjoyed all these poems. One more time, I shall... I don't dare read this poem out because every time I do the video stops, but yeah, read this to the best of your ability. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, so perhaps you had to pause the video to read this one. Anyway, a bit of an odd video, but yeah, I hope and pray that you've enjoyed them anyway. Definitely tell me what you think. You don't have to flatter me or anything. I mean, I'm fully open to criticism, because it's only by being criticised, or perhaps you've got certain questions about certain things that I've read out of poems and you're not too sure what I meant by that, or perhaps, but then feel free to ask me, definitely, and definitely criticise me, or if you can think of a way that one or two of those poems perhaps could have been improved or something. Perhaps you've got your own ideas for poems or whatever. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye bye and take care.